Hi guys, it's Rumbi here. Um, Hi. I just wanted to, touch base and talk a bit about cosmetics. Talk about the kind of things that you should actually be looking for to buy as organic. And what you need to be organic in terms of your cosmetics. Now, thing is, what is a cosmetic? A cosmetic is anything that you use, personal care and beauty products, anything that you use to superficially enhance your beauty. So that is a cosmetics. A cosmetic. So we have different categories. Okay, so first we have personal care and toiletries, and that is your bath gels, your shower gels, your shampoos, anything you use for treatments on your body. um, that all is that comes into personal care. Your mouthwash, your toothpaste, and stuff like that. um, then your cosmetics and your makeup, so your things like your lipsticks, your foundations, your powders, your makeup, your blush, your eyeliner. um, that's one category. And then we have the skin and body care products. Okay, now I've spoken about that. Okay, so these are the some of the categories that you also have your shampoos. So those are the kind of things that you need to be aware of in terms of whether you're getting an organic or a non-organic product. Now the thing is, why is it important to know what is in your product? Well, there's several reasons. There's several reasons. The first reason would be for your health, your own health. As someone who firsthand suffered from, toxins in products, I'm not dissing anyone's product. I'm not saying anything against anyone's product. I'm just talking personally what happened to me, and what is out there. This is common knowledge. Um, so you have products with toxins that can actually affect you in ways that you don't know. Some are more obvious than others. Others are, it's believed to, and there's no scientific proof, but probability is that your health could be affected by some of the toxins in these products. We will talk about that one later as we go on. So that's one of the things. Personally, my autistic son is asthmatic, and he gets lots of skin allergies, and he reacts so quickly to anything that I put on his skin. I don't anymore, but that I used to put on his skin that was not good for him. And then also things like your sprays, your deodorants, your perfumes. There's a lot of you know things I don't agree with, say people who are asthmatic, or people who've got allergies, myself included, because that just goes, that just physically makes me feel ill. Actually, I can't breathe. And I think for my son, one of the reasons why he would, because he wasn't talking, why his behavior would change, he'd be uncomfortable, he'd cry, is because he couldn't. I'm realizing now that he could not articulate himself and tell me, and say, Mom, I don't like that smell, or I don't like this thing that you are using. Okay, so that's one reason. And then another reason is, okay, we are the human race, and we've got dominion over the animals, over the earth. We are custodians, and our job really is to look after the earth. So it's a responsible thing to want to use products that don't harm the environment, either before they are processed for you to use them, whilst you are using them, that they don't harm you, and also after you've used them, that can be disposed, their disposal. So you actually want to be responsible, in terms of looking after the earth and worrying about pollution and the effects of whatever we are doing to the earth. Okay, so that's one other reason. Now, it's quite complex, and you're not always expected to be an expert, but there's certain things that you can actually do. Okay, no, another one actually that I haven't mentioned is for people who are vegetarians. I know people like some religious people like Seventh-day Adventists, people that don't eat pork. There are actually some processes, some emulsions. They use animal fat, actually pig's fat is used quite a lot in cosmetics. Oh, and another one is testing on animals. So yes, so those are some of the reasons. Now, what you can do is you can sort of try and learn, get into the habit of reading your label. Now, the thing is, aqua is water. So wherever you've got water used, you need a preservative to keep that product from going off. To keep the microbes at bay, so that you don't get, you need an antibacterial and antifungal component to your recipe, to your formula. So, when you are buying stuff and you see aqua, then you need to have a mental note that potentially there could be something quite strong here, a toxin even used to preserve that product. Again, I am not saying anything against products with water. I use them as well. I'm not saying anything against products with water, but it's just a note, I think, to note. And when you're reading your ingredients, one, you must be able to understand the words that are there. You need to be able to understand what the label is saying and what the ingredients actually are. And two, you want a short list. Okay, you don't want 101 things. Well, not literally, but you don't want a long list. You want a short list, 3 or 4, 5 things in a simple lotion, or a simple body butter. Well, the shorter the list, the better. Okay, and then another thing that you need to be aware of is the use of some of the words that are used, and actually think of whether these words do they make sense, and is what they're saying feasible. I'm just gonna do 1 or 2. Okay, something like something like dermatologically tested. Okay, now the thing is, how and on who is the question you must ask, and under what circumstances, and does that make it a better, or does it make it a more natural product? Okay, thing is, they're just red flags. You need to be able to ask yourself questions. You have things like extract of can mean anything, really. It could mean the tiniest, the most minute component of whatever it is, whatever plant extract they're talking about. So that doesn't really guarantee that there is anything that is in there that is actually going to benefit your skin. It doesn't really mean that. Okay, another popular words like natural. Natural is actually, there's no definition for natural, so natural can be anything. Natural can actually be anything. So you actually need to look at labels. And another point is that whatever you buy, your the manufacturer is actually now obliged under EU law to put the ingredients, to label, you know, the ingredients, so that you know exactly what is in the product that you are using. So I think for now, that is quite a lot. So that's just a bit of basics, really, when you're shopping for your cosmetics, what to look for. I'll be back with some more information. I'm just working out a series of something, so I'll be back and actually mention what the series is once I've got that sorted and ready. But in the meantime, to your health, thank you. Bye bye.